Welcome to the channel. It's Jack, the muscle and mobility maker with Stronghold Strength and Conditioning. And today, we're going to be showing you how to fix your Quervain Tenosynovitis, or better known as texture's thumb, gamer's thumb, any of the above there. But before we get into it, make sure you take a moment and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on future content like this. Every Saturday, I'm putting out videos showing you how to resolve aches and pains, prevent injuries, and overall optimize your performance inside the gym and outside of it in your daily life and routine, and it doesn't get better than that. So make sure you take advantage of it. Ready? Let's go ahead and dive into this one. All right, like I said, today we're gonna be showing you how to fix your Quervain Tenosynovitis. And this is, again, better known as texture's thumb, mommy's thumb, gamer's thumb, any of the above there. But essentially what we're talking about is the irritation to the tendons that run into the thumb here and into the musculature of your forearm on the top side. So what we really want to do is address, first of all, a good positioning of the thumb joint itself, making sure that we're addressing that the thumb is working the way it should and articulating the way it should. We're going to look at the soft tissues around that and apply a little bit of stretching technique to that so that we can go ahead and free up those tissues, make sure they're gliding the way that they should. And then we're also going to restore a little bit of strength there and build some muscular endurance to the muscles that are causing this pain at your wrist and thumb, going right along the inside here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into what that looks like. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do is a self-applied traction to the thumb. You wanna do a full grip on the thumb from the opposing hand and then plant that hand on the ground. What you'll see here is that I'm slowly dragging the thumb out from that grip, and we want a solid grip. It should feel like a Chinese finger trap here. So we're really locking in over that thumb and then slowly pulling out. You'll get a little bit of myofascial release to the soft tissues around the thumb as well, so you might notice a nice little massage around those muscles. But what we want to imagine is the wrist pulling off of the forearm, the thumb separating joint by joint as we go, and we're creating space along that chain as we pull into that traction. What we're going to do is spend 2 minutes here just repeating this grab and slow pull as you work and really trying to relax the arm that you're pulling out. So we want to just let the body relax and let the hand just go with space as you pull out each time. Next, we're going to apply some self-myofascial release to a couple different areas. So here we're taking a lacrosse ball to the pad of the thumb. So that's the space, the little V shape between your index finger and your thumb. And you want to apply pressure from the center of the palm outward as if you were stretching the thumb over the ball when you're finishing. You can kind of see my thumb raising up on it at the end of the roll each time. And we might get some clicks or pops out here if those thumbs are tight from working in this range. And here we're trying to just free up the opposing muscle groups that might be part of the issue here. And then we're going to go directly up to the musculature in the forearm. So here we have our abductor of the thumb, and this is where we want to get low in the forearm, and it runs kind of across your forearm on the back. So you'll see I have to rotate my body quite a bit to actually get that ball on those tissues, and also use my free hand to apply a pressure and sandwich that as we go across those tissues. Another way of performing self-myofascial release is mobility floss. So here I'm using the floss on my whole forearm here, and I get a good nice circumferential wrap around that. What I want to do is place the back of my hand to the floor, and you can do this without the wrap. The wrap just helps kind of mobilize those tissues that are running into the wrist and in the forearm. So just know that this is possible to do without. And I'm pinning my hand palm to palm and rotating from the shoulder. So you'll see that rotation creating space. And then I'm going to make a fist, grabbing my thumb under my other fingers, and I want to plant that top of the fist to the floor so that the thumb is getting stretched away from me. Here I'm trying to put that at length. This might be intense. Take it with whatever pressure you can handle and just breathe and relax through the stretch here. We want to increase that range of motion that we have currently in that area. The last step is a self-resisted strengthening. So here I'm using the fingers one on top of the other to resist myself as I extend my fingers outward and abduct outward. So we want to really resist ourselves to the greatest ability that we can and feel the hand that's on the inside working muscular endurance to push outward against those fingertips of the opposing hand. Now you can also get a rubber band around those fingers and use that. You can get special little things where you can actually put all your fingers in a little hole and it resists as you stretch it out, kind of like a rubber band. So any of those are options that you can use, but this is a way you could do it with simply the resistance of your own fingers. So that's what we're building strength with, and what we want to do is spend about 2 minutes again here working to resist ourselves and build some muscular endurance. It might be fatiguing on the hand, the forearm a bit, and that's what we're going for. We're kind of building that strength around the musculature that creates this movement because we don't do a lot of it that's resisted often. All right, and there you have it. A simple mobility-based approach to resolving your Quervain tenosynovitis. Texter's thumb, mommy's thumb, gamer's thumb. If you like this video, make sure you let me know by clicking that big thumbs up down below, and take a moment to share this one with a friend. If there's somebody who struggles around their wrist in this area, this could be their problem that they're dealing with, so pass it along their way. Make sure you share the love. If you're somebody who struggles with reoccurring training aches and injuries that are standing in the way of you training the way that you would like to, which might mean a little bit more intensity, a little bit stronger, but you always end up with those aches or injuries and setbacks, then what I want you to do right now is drop down below in the description to fill out a coaching application and grab a time for your mobility blueprint call. This is an opportunity for you to meet with me so I can assess your movement through a Zoom call, and we will look at where you have mobility limitations that are currently causing your aches and pains and driving your problems. Once we have those in place, we'll be able to develop your tailored mobility blueprint, and from there, answer any questions you might have about online coaching and what that programming entails, or any other details around it. So if that sounds good to you, what I want you to do right now is drop down in that description and grab a time that works best for you, fill out that application, and we'll get started in that right direction. Last but not least, if you have not already, make sure you take a moment and hit that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on future content like this. Every Saturday, I'm putting out videos showing you how to resolve aches and pains, prevent injuries, and overall optimize your performance inside the gym and outside of it in your daily life and routine, and it does not get better than that. Welcome to the Stronghold Army. See you next week.